Hello guys, this is Teacher Chris, and this is our Unit 2 Fundamentals of English, course code E21101. So welcome to our online class again. So before we start, some few reminders. Please watch this. And since we are using Google Meet, don't forget to put yourself on mute every time I invite you to our meeting. And of course, I expect that you guys is at your best behavior during the whole class. Avoid saying bad words and avoid saying things in your language that may be harmful and that may be rude to us, your foreign teachers. Always respect your teachers, not only Teacher Chris, but all of your teachers in your online class. Also, respect each other. And last but not the least, always check your notification in your Google Classroom so that you get updated of what's going on in our online class. Also, you may send me your questions or your queries, anything at all related to our online class in our line support group. And I would like to tell you that every day between 6 to 7 p.m. I am open for consultation. You can send me an invite so that we could do face-to-face video, or you could ask me any question related to our subject and I will be there to help you and guide you to resolve your concerns. And I feel a little bit sad, of course, that we are in this kind of situation again, that you guys are there at the other side of the screen and I'm here. And yeah, life is life and we need to move forward. Sit back there, take advantage of this time to learn so much from all of your subjects and all of your teachers. I'm sure in Matayam Taksin Rayong School is there to support you. As I always remind you, always be safe and be healthy. Wash your hands, always keep yourself hydrated, drink a lot of water, and don't forget your vitamins. Eat a lot of veggies and also exercise. Let's do this. I will exercise with you this time. And since everything is in order, there's nothing stopping us to start our online class. So welcome again on our online class, Fundamentals of English, course code E21101. Enjoy! Hey there! I'm back. I miss you guys being here. And well, we have to move on, as I said earlier in the video, on our Unit 2. Unit 2, and this is our day 1. So our topic for today is about family and friends, and throughout the course of our topic and our discussion, we're going to talk about new words and phrases to empower our vocabs, and also I'm going to teach you about grammar inputs, specifically about have, got, positive form, and also possessive s. And we're gonna do some reading and listening exercises as well, and some writing and speaking activities for you guys. And also, this is the most important part and the most exciting part, I guess, for you guys is for the output presentation. And you are going to do your vlog number 2, which is entitled My Family Tree. On how we are going to do that, please read the instructions in our Google Classroom. So for our new words and phrases, please read with me. Father, father. Mother, mother. Dad, dad. Mom, mom. Parents, parents. Siblings, siblings. Brother, brother. Sister, sister. Only child, only child. Grandparents, grandparents. Grandfather, grandfather. Grandmother, grandmother. Granddad, granddad. Grandma, grandma. Grandchild, grandchild. Relatives, relatives. Nephew, niece. Nephew, niece. Cousin, cousin. Uncle, aunt. Uncle, aunt. Son, son. Daughter, daughter. Grandson, grandson. Granddaughter, granddaughter. Father-in-law, father-in-law. Mother-in-law, mother-in-law. son-in-law, son-in-law, daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law, brother-in-law, brother-in-law, sister-in-law, sister-in-law, wife, wife, husband, husband. So basically, guys, these terms and phrases, terms, the new vocabs for you guys today, are the words that we have to familiarize ourselves with. Okay, so of course we all know what father is. This is what we call our father. Also, we call them dad, and in other countries it varies. We call them daddy, we call them papa, or we call them, here in Thailand, we could call them po, right? So mother, we sometimes call them as mommy or mom or mama, all right? And we call them, the both of them, our mother and our father, we call them parents, okay? We call them parents. And the word right over here is siblings. Siblings. So instead of saying brothers and sisters, we could also use siblings. Grandparents, the mother or the parents of your parents, and grandfather, the father of your father, and grandmother, of course, the mother of your father or your mother, and granddad, we could also call them granddad, and also grandma. Okay? So all this, we're gonna talk about them, and I'm going to help you to make it easier and you feel relaxed, more relaxed on talking about them. And also, we're gonna do some activities alongside this lesson on how you could easily identify and categorize how you are related to your family and how you call them in English. Okay, so before we move on, I would like you to watch this short clip right here.
English Sing Sing.
Family. Hello. Let me introduce my family. It's me. Me. He is my father. She is my mother. Father. Father. Mother. Mother. They are my parents. 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 He is my brother. She is my sister. Brother. Brother. Sister. Sister. He is my grandfather. She is my grandmother. Grandfather. Grandfather. Grandmother. Grandmother. They are my grandparents. 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 He is my uncle. Oh, he is my uncle too. Uncle. Uncle. She is my aunt. 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 She is my cousin. 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 My family. They are my family members. I love them.
Review.
Grandfather. Grandmother. Grandparents. Father. Mother. Parents. Uncle. Uncle. Aunt. Brother. Me. Sister. Cousin. My family.
So I hope that short clip is very helpful for you to understand our content for today. So let's do some practice. So I have here a family tree of George and Mary. So let's try to read the names of their family members. So we have George right here, Mary, Martha, Michael, Tom, Laura, Henry, Hannah, Rachel, David, Bill, and Sue. Okay, now, so here in this family tree, it's very easy to identify that Michael, Tom, and Laura are the children of George and Mary. Okay, now since they are married to Michael to Martha and Laura to Henry, now Henry is the son-in-law of George and Mary. And Henry and George and Mary are the parents-in-law of Henry. Okay, so if Henry to Mary, Mary is the mother-in-law of Henry. And also the same with Martha. But Martha is the daughter-in-law of George and Mary. Okay, so that's how we use the term in-laws. Okay, so here Tom, since Laura is his sister, so Henry is also a part of his extended family. So Henry would be his brother-in-law. That's correct. And also here, Martha is Tom's sister-in-law, since Michael is Tom's brother and Michael is married to Martha. Okay? So Tom is unmarried. He doesn't have a wife yet. So Tom has two siblings, Michael and Laura. Now, Michael and Martha has children as well as Laura and Henry. Now, Tom, to these kids, Hannah is Tom's niece, also as Rachel. Rachel is Tom's niece. And now, for Bill and David, they are Tom's nephews. Okay, that is the term that we use. And Bill to Tom, Tom is Bill's uncle. Okay, but for Hannah to Laura, Laura is Hannah's aunt. So that's how we name the relationship in family in English. Okay, so now let's do some practice over here. All right, so let's try. David is Mary's blank. So what do you think? The relationship between David and Mary. Let's try to check. Okay, that is correct. David is Mary's grandson. Why? Where's Mary? Mary is right over here. So Mary and David here. So David calls Mary grandmother and Mary calls David grandson. Okay? So Tom is Laura's blank. Right. Where's Tom? Tom is right over here. Okay. Laura is right over there. So what is their relationship? Tom is Laura's, that is correct, brother. Now, here for number 3, Mary is Rachel's grandmother. Let's go check. Okay, where's Mary? Here. And where is Rachel? Rachel is right over here. So Rachel calls Mary grandmother and Mary calls Rachel granddaughter. Okay, please remember that. Okay, now let's try to check this. Martha is Hannah's mother. Is that correct? Let's try to check. Martha, where is Martha? Martha is right over here and Hannah is right over here. Hannah is Martha's daughter. So it is correct. Martha is Hannah's mother. That is correct. Number 5. George is Henry's father-in-law. Let's try to check. Where is George? George is right over here, and Harry is right over here, the husband of Laura. So Henry calls George father-in-law. So now, in introducing your parents or your family members or your relatives, you could use these phrases. You could say, this is my dad, or this is my sister, and followed by their name. You could also tell me about their age. You could say his or she's blank and followed by years old. And you could also tell me about your friends, about your family, close family friends. Also, you could describe them using some personality adjectives, whether that would be positive or negative. Okay? Here, there's an example. He's or she's quite, everybody read quite, noisy, great, horrible, small, very nice. So here, you'll notice the word quite. Everybody read quite. Okay. Let me tell you about this word. Okay. Quite is a degree adverb. Alright? It has two meanings depending on the word that follows it. Okay. Number one, it could mean a little, moderately, but not very. Again, it could mean, number one, a little, moderately, but not very. Okay. Number two, it could also mean very, or totally, or completely. Okay. Let's try some sentences. So here are two examples using quite. Alright, let's read. He had been quite good at drawing when he was at school. Everybody, once again. He had been quite good at drawing when he was at school. Quite good means he was okay. Moderately good, but not outstanding. Okay? So here in our next sentence, they were quite excited about moving to a new place. Again, one more time. They were quite excited about moving to a new place. Quite excited means a little excited. So let's try some more examples. So here we have, her life is quite different since she moved. One more. Her life is quite different since she moved. Quite different meaning here is completely different. Okay? Next, we move on. I remember the house quite clearly now that I was walking towards it. One more. Read me. I remember the house quite clearly now that I was walking toward it. Towards it. So here, quite clearly means completely clearly. Okay, so I hope this is helpful for you to understand the use of quite. And also, we use quite in a sentence to sound more politely, especially when we are asked to describe a person using negative personality adjectives. So what are these negative personality adjectives? These are the adjectives that are not so pleasant, that we use to describe a person, a family member, or a close friend, so that we don't offend them, so that we don't hurt their feelings. We use quite. Okay, one example. Jenny is quite short. Again, Jenny is quite short. For some people, height is a very sensitive topic. So, in order for us not to offend their feelings, we use the word quite before the adjective itself. So that was it for our Unit 2 Day 1. So I'll see you again in our next video for our Day 2.